Ever since I can remember, I've been in love with the mountains and chasing the critters that live there. From Montana to New Mexico and Oregon to Arizona, I've seen the light fade as a bull bugles in the distance. I started filming long ago, chasing my own versions of the stories my dad and uncles told. This led to a life and a career taking place on the side of a mountain. But what started my desire for adventure wasn't the grand mountains of Wyoming, but tales of adventure happening in my backyard. In the 70s and 80s, my grandparents moved to a timber ranch near the valley floor. Their lives were dependent on firewood and full freezers. Although broke, the ranch and my grandparents' single-wide mobile home showed hospitality to hundreds and quite possibly thousands of people. People who came to partake in what the ranch did have, Blacktail. Life was simple. They felled timber, split firewood, and hunted deer. The stories of the ranch became legendary to a young, impressionable boy. You combine that with out-of-focus photos and mounts on the wall, and it's no wonder I've taken the same path. The mountains of the West pull on my heart, but this unknown hidden gem is just 12 minutes from my front door. The thick Oregon jungle is not for everyone. Its beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's full of ferns, blackberries, and timber, and if it's not raining, it's about to. But within the jungle is a ghost, one rarely seen and often overlooked, a ghost that consumes my thoughts. And at times, when in a tree stand or glassing timber, I wonder if they're even real. Blacktail used to consume the thoughts of those before me, but now there's been a change in hands of who's carrying the torch in chasing these elusive blacktail. It's November 17th, 2024. Late season archery deer here in the Willamette Valley starts up next weekend. I was out setting some cameras this morning earlier. I've got a pretty sweet area near where I live. It's got some bucks in it. Actually got two different spots. One's private, one's public. One's got two great bucks that I'd love to shoot. The other spot's got not quite as old of an age class, but some great potential. Spot where I'm at currently is a spot that I haven't hunted in 5 or 6 years. It's always had a great age class in here, so I'm hoping to set 2 cell cams up on a thicket that I used to hunt, and over the next week we will see what kind of photos I get from the thicket and see if I want to make the trip down here to actually hunt this next weekend. Well, I was walking down this cat road and I was about to set the camera up and just film myself walking down the road when all of a sudden I looked over to the left and saw a flash, and I quick threw up my binos and there was a 4-point at the top of this ridge, kind of just cruising. I probably bumped him. I'm wearing orange. I'm kind of in the wide open, so he probably saw me, but pretty promising seeing a mature buck just out in the open. What time is it? Midday. Pretty sweet stuff. I tried to get him on film. It didn't happen. It was an absolute cluster screw. Nonetheless, pretty promising seeing the buck still cruising just in the middle of a clear cut. This kind of property that I'm hunting is right where some timber company kind of butts into the foothills of some farms and some houses. So some of these deer get a lot of pressure, some of them get absolutely none. So it's good to see that there's still an age class in here. that's not getting pounded by the rifle hunters. So today we hunted this stand because it was already set up and we could hunt over it, but it's pretty much just going to be me that's hunting here. And I want to hunt the trail that comes into some corn I got, but mainly I want to hunt this trail over here because it goes right underneath this knob, and I noticed that bucks are using that to travel a little bit more even when there's not does with them. So I'm moving over to a better spot to hunt this thicket over where this trail is. So anyways, moving some stuff over here, and then hopefully this afternoon, this evening, I'll be all set up, already ready to go. I won't have to make a bunch of noise coming in here, and then for the rest of the season I'll be set up and ready to go. Well, I'm set up in this new location. I'm a little bit closer to the hillside beside me, and I'm more in the middle of this bench, and there's some good movement going on with some bucks on this bench right here. 90% of the movement has been the first half hour of light or the last half hour of light. There literally hasn't been one during the day in about a week and a half, but every night almost, or every other night, within either a half hour before light or a half hour after light, there's a buck working through here. Whether it's a 3-point, 4-point, forked horn or spike, there's a buck. So there's a trail right here at the edge of this bench with a couple new fresh little rubs on it. So last night and yesterday there were some does that came in here, and I got them on video with a camera peeing on here. So not that they're an estrus or anything, but I don't know, something to be confident and hopeful about. So we shall see what the evening brings. So I just did the one effing thing you shouldn't do, which is bump your target buck. I had a bunch of deer underneath me. Right before dark, I had a bunch of deer come in. And they were hanging out there for an hour and a half. And as soon as they left, I started to pick my stuff up, gather my stuff up as quick as I can. I start climbing down the tree, and I don't know what happened, but basically all I can figure is that my target buck was just slipping in on me, and I just freaking bumped him. I must have scared the crap out of that buck 13 yards away from it or something stupid. I got cell cam video of it running away opposite direction. We got a long walk today, Mason.
Yeah. Try and find a creek.
Yeah.
Stop by some water.
Yeah. Did you bring your jet boil? Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of really good bucks at this property. It's some pretty crazy genetics, just some weird crab stuff going on and all sorts of crazy stuff. And they're all just like decent sized bucks. So we'll see which one comes in. They're kind of sporadic of which one is coming in, but hoping we get lucky and one comes in today. Really, any of them are good bucks, and today's the last day, so nobody's safe today.
Mason and I are sitting kind of on a tree line where there's some really thick timber to the right of us and behind us. There's kind of some open oaky maple area, and there's a ravine that goes down. We're sitting on the tree line where there's an old skid road that goes between this open stuff and that thick tree line. Yesterday, Mason had a great buck, just 20 yards right there. He elected not to shoot it because he's picky. But the rut's been going pretty good so far. It's the last day of this season. Mason's got another tag that's still good through a while, but this is the last day for this season. I'm gonna sit till about 1 o'clock or so and hopefully grunt or rattle something in. We're live. So to make a long story very short, Mason has permission to hunt on this little piece of property. It is not the back country by any means. It's actually the backyard. Nonetheless, there's big bucks here. This morning, Mason had a big buck daylight here, and he texted me. He doesn't have a stand in here or anything, just has a camera in here on the case of when the big buck shows up, then he can make a move. He doesn't have time to come set a stand right now, so I drove across the river, grabbed my sticks down, grabbed an extra stand I have. I'm going to put the stand up in the tree, as well as hang my saddle stand and everything, do as much as I can today so we don't have to make any noise tomorrow. Hopefully we're going to shoot a big old backyard blacktail in the morning. Mason deserves it. He puts a ton of time in, tons and tons of time. He passes up bucks that I wouldn't pass up. If anyone deserves to shoot this buck, this big buck, it's Mason. Mason, tomorrow, I hope we shoot him, buddy. I hope I get to film you. We'll see you in the morning, Mace. got bucks, baby. Oh, dude, he's fucking huge, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. I told you he was bigger than you thought.
Dude, I can't believe you made it all the way over here.
Gosh. I can't either. Oh my gosh.
I gotta go.
I am so, dude, about 30 minutes ago, I was like, damn it, he's not showing up.
Set up in my uncle's shed.
Set up in the uncle's shed.
We think this is a buck from last year, maybe. We'll find out. That I shot here out of a tree stand with my bow. Started showing up on camera, and we think it might be him. But I shot him last year and couldn't find him, and so I had to put him down this year, I guess. Dude.
Dude, that's a great buck. I don't think this is the buck that you shot.
Me neither.
It's a great buck.
Yeah. It's a good buck.
Good buck?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he? What do you think? Worth it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a good buck.
He doesn't score great, but gosh, he's got really good mass. He's pretty wide. I don't know, I should say he's a little bit wider than typical. Just by an inch and a half or two.
Well, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Count down.
All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Your turn.
Small forks, good mass, great width, stereotypical Willamette Valley Blacktail. Mason, you happy?
I am happy.
Great.
Yeah. Stud buck.
It's a good buck, buddy. Okay, we got the Brady Bunch here to find Uncle Mason's buck. Okay, kids, we gotta go find it, okay?
I'm gonna find it.
You're gonna find it? Okay, here,
No,
let's...
that's not
Okay,
find
Hank, start walking that way, okay? Let's see if we can see it when we get closer.
Wait, I see it. I see it.
You see it?
See it. It's a mama or daddy.
It's a daddy.
What kind of rock is this?
A brown one.
Oh,
What is that, Rooster?
it's a deer.
What is that,
It's
dude?
a tree stand. The big eyeballs. Oh, big eyeballs. Yeah, big eyeballs.
Houston, what do you think, bud?
I don't see anywhere.
We shot this one with a rifle, Hank. Not with a bow from the tree stand. What do you think, Houston? Hold your hand, sure. Hank? What do you think?
Good.
Is that pretty cool? Good? Good. Don't fall down the hill, Hank.
His butt. Doing that. His butt. His butt.
His butt. As I remember all of the stories told to me as a kid, I hope that someday my kids and my nieces and nephews will also have a desire for adventure in the outdoors like I do. The adventures in their life may not be hunting, but I do hope they give it a shot. After all, I can't climb the hills forever, and the torch won't carry itself.